Johnny, and ain't talking gang. It's like everything look cut them drop. They go insane, they wanna pick. Ain't gonna get in the beat.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we've got high-flying offenses set to take off. It's the 49ers and the Chiefs on EA Sports.
The usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit, and we can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units that rank in the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goal. You better finish your drives with touchdowns if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
And what a performance he is coming off of. I know that this is a different era of football where we're throwing it around a heck of a lot more, but still, over 500 yards passing.
500.
That's phenomenal, incredible. Let's see if he can take last week's game and carry it forward and have another similar performance.
On first down, Flynn. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Going to give this time to the tailback, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. A stop there on third. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes. Up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Chiefs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Chiefs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. On 2nd and 9, Lance. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I feel they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4.
Lance now to throw.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game. Take the points when they're there. And put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 146 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw, it's Lance.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Got a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. Pushing his way through and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on first down. Flynn. He finds Douglas complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Back to throw. Flynn got his man complete over the middle. That's Douglas.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides when he does.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. To throw on second down. Flynn. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Off play action. Flynn. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to add on to their first half lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a play fake. Lance. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we've come upon halftime here. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these two coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach. Thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On play action, Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Second and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Lance got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They go play action here on first down. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. Finding room to the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wagner. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on first down. McCullough, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Flynn completes it to Douglas. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive, courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He finds his man complete. It's Douglas. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they look
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Lance. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st down, Lance.
And he's got his big tight end here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Lance now on 1st down.
Jackson's got it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down.
Again, it's Lance.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some strong running. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 230 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Yeah, not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the...
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Off the play fake. Flynn. Throw left outside, complete. That's Douglas. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Butker on for the PAT. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory... Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
From the gun, it's Lance.
He finds his man, complete. It's Wagner. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Wide open receiver, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And out come the Chiefs now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
He's going to let it go again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Off-play action. Flynn. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.